I have the pleasure of bringing to you, good morning, Frederick, author Sharon Price. It is the Spirit Program, getting ready for another session. Welcome to Good Morning, Frederick, Sharon.
Hi, Danny. Thank you. Good morning to you, and thank you for having me this morning. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, look, I was introduced to you when I first launched this show, and we've had you on, but we haven't talked specifically about your spirit program, the way you're doing it right now. Let's first tell everybody how long you have been doing this and how you feel like you're helping people move forward.
I originally started this program, Danny. I wrote 10 books that became a national course book, and I wrote them between 2002 and 2004, and then launched the program in my own health and wellness center here in 2004 in Frederick. So the program evolved over time, and from just seeing one on one clients to group sessions to being in all different facets from wellness centers to chiropractic offices to a counselor's office. I am a grief and wellness specialist by trade, and this particular program runs for 12 weeks and it goes by so quick. So people go through a class and a journey of self discovery. And what they do is they find their health and wellness, and they're able to pick up pieces that have to do with nutrition and fitness and sleep and anything that has to do with balancing of their life and their wellness part of that. Also, how to set good boundaries in your life and how to actually, what the book's called Take Back Your Power. Um,
Yeah.
and then it runs through, how to how to get rid of the effects of stress. So
Yeah.
what's stressing you in your life? Why are you stressed? And the different habits. So this is all about patterns and habits we pick up over the years
Yeah.
from well-meaning people, right? People that raised us, whether it's parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors, people that molded you, teachers. But it doesn't mean that everything that we witnessed was healthy
Right.
or was
Well,
right
and
for us.
also, I saw on social media not too long ago that though it may be easy to blame people from your childhood or your upbringing, at some point you have to take control yourself. Otherwise, what's the point, right? And so you have to figure out ways to break that cycle. This is a really good step by step, kind of week by week, introspective way to kind of come out on the other side with a new look, right?
Yeah, and I love that you said that. You made a really good point. Not only is it about taking responsibility and it is about your choices that lead to all of the different, things that unfold in our life, but there were a lot of times I meet people in this program that come in at 40, 50, 60. I even had a couple that came in, they were in their 80s together. And I'll never forget like how it transformed their lives and how they changed as individuals, but also the fact that some people were never given a choice or a voice. So they didn't make their own choices. So still to this day, we look outside we'll ask 10 different people and get 10 different answers and we're still confused. We're supposed to be following our own paths, following our own inner gut. And this teaches you that. It teaches you passion and purpose. It's led people to start businesses, to start new careers, to maybe go do something and training that they never did, or maybe even they have an artsy background. Maybe they painted as a child that never tried it. So it brings out your creative side. It brings
Yeah.
out like all your passions.
Yeah. And the great thing about this is that, again, it's kind of self paced, but you tell everybody how this whole 12-week program is set up so that I think really for people who might feel, a little insecure about doing a group session or anything like that, this is a little bit different.
It is. It's amazing because you're actually get the book itself. Most people want the actual hard copy because they keep it forever. They write in it and they have it. I've had people that have had theirs for 20 years. And it's actually called the Wellness Bible of the Industry because of all the aspects in it. And
Yeah.
they actually do a lesson a week. So they start off, that lesson's not very long, but it has goals and affirmations and things they do at the end of the reading, and then they actually watch a video. So all of their time spent on this is probably an hour to an hour and a half a week on themselves. And that's not much time. I tell people it's the best investment you'll ever make in yourself. And then they'll be on an hour class. It's a coaching class. So they will learn tips and techniques, but also I will take examples, real life situations,
Yeah.
and use them. And people have the option to participate in that. And so it's a virtual class. I mean, you get to sit at home and do this from anywhere, which is wonderful.
It
So
is wonderful because when people think about, oh, I don't want to, leave work and go do this, or I don't want to break out, you literally just dial in and you're there and you can get answers to your questions. You can hear the tips. You can, get that guidance to get you to the next week, the next lesson, and, help you formulate this change. And after 12 weeks, become this well rounded, different person.
that's exactly what happens. And you would be amazed, but you're enlightened too, because you see that you're not the only one struggling with some of the same things. A lot of people mask their pain, they mask the changes they go through. I mean, this takes you through every major life change, from anything grief, but if you've been through any kind of change, moving around, or maybe separated from someone, the loss of a loved one, anything. There's
Yeah.
this section in there that we go through, and the book's called The Art of Forgiveness and Self-Healing. And it's just a section, that's just a portion of the entire thing. And that's why people kind of get hung up at it's wellness and grief and changes. So it's mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
And by the time you're done, every aspect of your life has changed, and you're not changing anyone else. Everyone's always trying to change everything around them and outside of them. But once your
Right.
perspective changes, like changing the lens on the camera, everything else falls into place.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing when you give something some focus and you're paying attention to it, really how easy it is, even though it requires some work, right? So when you're guided, the little 12-week steps are small chunks, but at the end of it all, the culmination you is like a 180.
That's so well said. That's exactly what we say. You take these baby steps, but it leads to this huge, massive change, and you don't even know it. It goes by so quick that
Right.
you're like amazed. And it's this is another really amazing thing that happens. It's magically happens. Don't ask me, but I always laugh about it, because while we're going through the program, and it's happened to me personally too, and no matter what lesson we're on, whether that is the health lesson or the take back your power, or the stress, that lesson will come up in their true life situation that week somehow. And
Yeah.
they'll be able to apply the tools and the techniques they learn, but it will actually present itself in a
Yeah.
situation. And then they practice. So I give the tools, life gives the lessons, and then it all kinds of blends together so that they know how to handle it. And these are things we should have learned, but we didn't learn them in
Right.
school, we didn't learn them at home, we didn't learn them anywhere else. So your toolbox for life is all 10 of these books in one. And you
Yeah.
said work, you are working on yourself, you are focusing on yourself. But I don't call it a workbook intentionally, because nobody wants to work. It's called a course book.
Right. Right. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Well, typically something like this intensive, this over this 12-week period could be thousands of dollars, but you have made it so affordable that it seriously be silly to say no if you're ready for it. Just $25 a week?
It is. It's $25 a week, and you can pay per week. And so at the end, and in your book, I think is under $50. So the course book is, I think, $49 on Amazon. But
Yeah.
even our students, we usually give a discount code too, so
Yeah.
they can get
I
a
mean,
home.
that is literally to literally take your life on a different path, for a few $100s is so ridiculously cheap. It is the best investment you can make. Now, when does all of this kick off?
The next program starts on Wednesday, October 1st. It's from
Okay.
7 to 8 o'clock. That's the virtual class. So that's the night you'll come in and you'll learn all the details, and we'll explain how to, get to the videos and everything you need to get to in order to do it. I actually built my own learning management system, um, like back, I guess 5 or 6 years ago, before COVID ever happened. And
Right.
we were running this through some of the colleges here in Maryland, and that's amazing. So they still have access to all the videos, all the materials, And
Nice.
it gives them a lot to process, really.
Yeah. Well, again, like anything else, you can make of it what you want, but you could get this start the change today. If you've been thinking, I need a way to change where I am, to change my situation, take the power off of the universe and start to make the universe work for you.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And
So,
Danny,
how
don't
can
forget,
people get more information? Where do they need to go?
well, if they go to the website, they'll also have the opportunity. One lucky person is going to win the class. We do this every
Wow.
season. So we give one person that, and they have to agree to let us kind of follow them so people can see what their life was like going through the program. And again, it's different for every person. But if you go to, there's both will get you there, but www.getintothespirit.org or
Okay.
www.authorsharonprice.com will take you to the website with testimonies, with information, and how to obtain the book or the program or any of that. You can go through the program on your own with the book, but most people really want the coaching part of it. They don't. They
Oh, of
just kind of put
course.
it aside
Yeah,
without it.
I'd say the accountability of just signing up and showing up on the Wednesday or whenever it is for the class is going to keep you motivated to get it done. And sometimes you just need that little bit of accountability to get it done. And this is a great way to do it. Starting October 1st. So right now, you're going to want to go. I'm going to make sure the websites are up on the screen for people so you know where to go. But now is the time, right? This is the time to do it. If you've been thinking about it, just take action. Make this be your first step towards a new you. I like it so much. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.